how do you guys work as a duo? Like, what's your roles in Strictly B-Ball?
Kind of do like the exact same thing. We're kind of like do it all guys. It's me, Joe, and then we have a manager who helps like get us brand deals and do the negotiating side of that. But the content that we push out, it's entirely Joe and I. We kind of just, you know, brainstorm ideas, and we're both super creative, so we kind of just figure it out on our own. Every video that's my voice, I, you know, basically came up with the majority of the script. We'll run it by each other just to see if there's other things we want to add. But the videos with my voice is entirely made by me and vice versa for him. And that applies for all content.
So you guys like shoot all your own videos too, mostly at this point,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
We've experimented with also, like, obviously we can't be everywhere at the same time. So we've like gotten people to film games for us in other states. I mean, it's a lot easier for us compared to a lot of other people because we can get someone with very little experience to just film on their phone. So that's kind of another way we're trying to grow, is by getting people in different states that are more tuned into their local high school basketball market and get them to film games for us. But yeah, it's just, we pretty much have the same role. Just we both come up with scripts, we both edit, we both do all that stuff.
Did you guys ever like think when you started like this shit was actually going to be like a full-time job, or it was just more of like, this is fun and maybe we could go viral and have people like just like know who we are?
I think we needed to see the videos go viral beforehand
to
fully realize. I feel like we've always had a passion for social media and basketball. But yeah, once the video started going viral and we kind of just saw the overall response to it, I don't remember exactly when I realized it could be like a full-time job. I always knew I wanted to do, you know, social media as a profession. That's what I went to school for. But yeah, just eventually we just figured out that it would work. And then one summer, what was it, summer 2020 or 2021? I think it was 21, where you did it full time, where we just said,
last summer.
So
2021.
I would probably say summer of 2021 is when we really realized, because we treated it as like a full-time job. You know, we would, you know, wake up every single day, go in his the office is what we call it now. It's just a room where we just film. We have a nice little setup now, and we just like doubled our followers. Like we mentioned, we were at 250K. We went from like 250 to 500, and then we went into our senior year of college, you know, with 500,000, and just like, all right, finish college and then just start, you know, doing it as a full-time job.
Fire. That's nice that you're actually able to go to college and use your college degree or whatever you learned in college to put it towards your own job. Because I remember like when social media and like social media management, like, because when did you guys graduate high school? Was it like
2019?
So yeah, you guys are even younger than me. I graduated in 2017. So like I remember like when I dropped out of college after like during my sophomore year, and then moved out here and like started this brand. But I remember like going in there and like social media and like social media management was like a new thing that you could like go to school for, and I was like, damn, like that's really cool. But like I never actually ended up taking classes for it besides like online courses of maybe learning tactics and learning from like Gary Vee and like you know, shit like that. But would you say like stuff you learned in college helped you at like with like Strictly B-Ball at all, or?
In all honesty, not that much.
Okay.
I definitely wanted a degree to kind of just like benefit it. So it's just like, if I'm in sports media, why not just have, you know, a creative media, mass communications degree? But in all honesty, I really don't think it helped that much. It's kind of just like, him and I are kind of like self-taught in a sense. Like we've been doing it for so long, you know, take inspiration from other people, and we just sort of figured it out on our own.
Yeah, I would say like for people that are like trying to get into it, it's like, if you are doing like social media in college, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, but I would say the number one thing you can help yourself by doing is just like doing stuff on the side, doing your own side projects. Like you don't want to go to school for social media and graduate without having ever like experimented with making content.
Posted a social media post for something, you know, because there's even like there's this thing at the U of M where it's like a Radio K or whatever, where it's like you could work for this radio station while being in college, but it's like, you know, if you're not, you got to use those resources to start your own, you know, media company or radio station type thing while you're there, so that when you get out, it's already ready for you when you get out and everything you learned along the way. So, but yeah, that is a good point for that. Have you guys ever been approached by like a bigger brand to like basically work for them or like sign over to them? I know like Overtime does that a lot with a lot of creators. At least like I've met a few in Minnesota that have been like really good cameramen, and then all of a sudden like now they're Overtime and then their name or something, you know what I mean? Like, did you guys ever get a phone call, email, DM from a brand like Overtime Slam being like, yo, like can you be Slam Strictlybball or whatever? You know?
Yeah, we've definitely been approached by brands to, you know, be bought out or work for them full time, but the mindset now is just try to do it on our own and make our own thing, make it big on our own.